Take a look at this picture. Does it make you feel happy, cheerful, and energized? Or does it make you feel sad, gloomy, and depressed? How about this one? These pictures seem to have a tone that helps create a certain mood, right? In this lesson, we will learn how to determine the tone, mood, and purpose of a text. But since a text does not show pictures or play some background music, how does the author portray the tone and mood? Authors set a tone or mood in literature by conveying an emotion or emotions through words. But are tone and mood the same? Let's find out by discussing each one. Every piece of writing has a tone. But what is tone when it comes to writing? Tone simply refers to how the author feels towards the subject or towards something. The way a writer makes use of tone can tell you a lot about the writer's attitude or relationship toward their subject matter and what they are trying to say about it, as well as the effect they are trying to create for their reader. Tone can be positive, negative, or neutral. Positive tones include cheerful, playful, joyful, excited, optimistic, and many more. Negative tones include accusatory, bitter, harsh, sarcastic, angry. Neutral tones include formal, serious, informative, humble, sincere. However, there are other tone words that fall under sad tone, like bleak, gloomy, and resentful. For now, let's take a look at how tone is conveyed in a text. I never wanted to see that movie, but my annoying little sister kept pestering me. Eventually, her whining wore me down and I gave in. But that waste of a movie really destroyed my Saturday. What is the tone of this text? Is it cheerful, bitter, or excited? Correct, it is bitter. Which words and phrases gave us clues about the tone used? Annoying, pestering, waste, and destroyed. Let's look at another example. Bursting through the door, the flustered mother screamed uncontrollably at the innocent teacher who gave her child an F. Is the tone happy, relaxed, or angry? Correct, it is angry. We know that because the author used the phrase bursting through the door. Other words that helped us determine the tone are screamed and uncontrollably. How about this? I guess I'll just go home and sit down on the couch by myself, sighed Justin. What is the tone of the text? Is it cheerful, angry, or depressed? Correct, depressed. We know that because Justin sighed and he wants to just go home and sit down by himself. Let's talk about mood. Mood is the feeling you get while reading a story. This could be happiness, sadness, darkness, anger, suspicion, loneliness, or even excitement. It can be thought of as atmosphere or overall feeling of a piece of writing or literature. The door swings open to reveal all of my family members standing around the Christmas tree. The lights are twinkling and the fireplace is roaring with a warm fire. Everyone is singing Christmas carols as the snow falls quietly outside the window. How did the passage make you feel? What was the overall feeling? The mood of the passage is cozy or familiar. The atmosphere relays the mood. There was plenty of food, and the music was playing. Everybody was having a good time. What is the mood of the text? Happy, bored, or gloomy? Correct, happy. It was dark and gloomy. and the dogs were howling in the night. The mood is afraid, angry, or thankful. Correct. Afraid. The door swings open to reveal a Christmas tree, alone in the middle of the room, sparkling with hundreds of lights. Silence greets me as I glance around the room. My family has gone and I am left alone with my thoughts. If it made you feel sad, that is probably because of the tone that the author used in the text. But what is the difference between tone and mood? Tone is writer-centered. It is the attitude a writer takes towards the subject or the reader. Mood is reader-centered. It is influenced by the setting. It is the overall feeling or atmosphere created by a work of literature. But both of them convey an emotion or emotions through words. How about the purpose of a text? To relate to the story, you also need to understand the purpose of the author for writing it. An author's purpose is his reason for or intent in writing. An author's purpose may be to inform the reader, entertain the reader, or to persuade the reader. When an author's purpose is to inform the reader, he is teaching or giving information to the reader. Examples: Filipinos have the culture of respect towards the elderly. It is shown in different traditions like pagmamano and saying po and opo to older people. Eating too much cake and not exercising will give us health problems. The food group pyramid tells us how to eat healthy. It shows how food is divided into 6 groups. It is important to eat foods that belong to each group every day. The pyramid helps show how much of each you should eat. When an author's purpose is to entertain the reader, the author writes to tell you a story that you will enjoy. Once upon a time in a magical kingdom, there lived a great hero. He was about to set out on a dangerous quest. A story about 3 friends that go on a crazy adventure, or a book of over 1,000 knock-knock jokes is written by an author to entertain. When an author's purpose is to persuade the reader, the author writes to convince you to do something or to believe what they are saying. Examples: every house should have a dog. They are cute, loyal, and will protect your house. Rules are very important. They help keep things running smoothly. Rules let you know what you can and cannot do, whether you are playing a game or explaining how to act in class. You should follow rules. They help people get along. Another example is a website saying that a new shopping mall should not be built because it threatens an endangered bald eagle's home. Let's test your understanding of the lesson. It was the only picture we had together, so I framed it for keepsakes. Dear Jason, I am sorry to hear that your grandfather passed away. I am sure you miss him a lot. Call me if you want to talk. The sun is up and the birds are singing. It is such a beautiful day. If the author is trying to make you laugh, his or her purpose is if the author wants to give you information, his or her purpose is if the author wants you to do, buy, or believe something, his or her purpose is Good job, learners! If this has been helpful, like this video and leave a comment down below. That's all for today and see you in the next lesson.